Hey everybody, it's Anita Yacht here, and I just wanted to touch base with you today to talk to you about something that's really, really powerful, and that I have, when I heard this and when I learned this, and it really changed my life, and it changed the way that I live my life and look at my life from a perspective of aging in a very healthy manner. And that is that, did you even know, let me ask you a question, did you know that only 35% of the aging process is genetic? That's true. 35% of the aging process is genetic, up to about 35%. Now, of course, that average is different for different people, but overall, generally speaking, 35% of the aging process is genetic. So we're born with a predisposition for some things. Some things are genetically encoded in our DNA. And there's this other aspect of it, the other 65%. So what is that? So if you think about it from the perspective that 35% is genetic, the other 65% is the choices that we make, the lifestyle that we live, and everything else involved in the situation. Of course, there's some things that we still can't control, like what we're exposed to in the environment, and some of the foods. I mean, we can be better and selective, but we're not always totally, completely sure about what is in the products that we're eating, but we do the best that we can, right? So I just want you to think about that for a while. This is my tip for you today, is just ponder that for a little bit. If there's 35%, up to 35% of the aging process is genetic, and the rest of that, the 65%, is variable. It has the opportunity to be impacted by the choices that you make, the decisions that you have about the way that you live your life. I believe there's three very powerful areas that are impacted and play in that role of what that 65% look like and how the aging process is determined for each individual. And those three things are obviously what we're putting in our body, and that is what we're eating, and you have to admit that there's a lot of really, really crazy things going out there in the name of food and the standard American diet and the fast food rage. Really, I think there is a movement back to getting back to what's real, what's coming from the earth, what's coming from Mother Nature, what's natural for our bodies to have and absorb. So I think we are seeing a great trend in that direction, and I'm very, very hopeful for that. The second area is obviously two of those things, eating and then exercise. You've got to move. Stephen Cherninsky, the chief science officer from Univera, always says, he goes, if you're going to be sedentary, you're going to die. I mean, basically. Because what happens is our systems just start to shut down. And even if you do stay alive, the quality of living is probably not going to look too pretty. So you have to move. You have to move your body. And in future videos, what I'd like to do is show you some examples of what you can do really quickly, easily in a day. It doesn't have to be long 2-hour workouts every day. It can be, just 15 minutes. And a part of that exercise to me as a yoga instructor, yes, I do practice yoga, and I also am a yoga instructor, is to breathe. Breathing saved my life, and I can get into that in a future video sometime. But so it's really important to spend some time, doing some deep breathing, tuning into your breath, because your breath is a very big indicator of your health and wellness. Okay, so we have eating, we have exercise, and the third thing to me is taking care of spirit, of kind of that area that is very different for very different people, but taking time to go inward every day, focusing on self, meditating, connecting to your higher power, whatever that is for you, God, Jesus, Buddha, there's so many, but even your own spiritual path, whatever that is, taking that opportunity to connect and listening to that inner guidance. Also, getting back to nature, hug a tree, take a walk, and doing something for yourself, because really taking charge of your own life and being good to yourself, loving yourself, allows you to freely give back to others. And until you take that time and that opportunity to do that, then there's kind of this gap. And I love that, because that's what Univera stands for, really, is the one truth. And I've come to believe that one truth means, living a healthy lifestyle, being able to create abundance in your life, and that way then you're able to have purpose. But I feel like part of that component is really getting to know yourself and to move out there. So I just wanted to let you know and just touch base with you today and just have you think about that for today, about the fact that, 35% of the aging process, up to 35%, is genetic. The rest is really influenced by how we experience the environment that we live in, how we eat, how we move, how we, take time for self to move inward. And a part of that is who you surround yourself with and what you put in your head too as well. So have a great day. Talk to you soon.